Hello everyone, it's Baduk, and this is I guess it's the second IGS game, or the last game in my little server testing thing that I'm doing. So far, it's looking a little bit like we might be leaning towards OGS, but we still need to give Pandanet one more game, and we shall see how it goes. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a faster game this time, just so it doesn't end up being 40 minutes long like the other one. So I tried to do a faster time setting. I'm gonna go back to 10 minutes because it's taking a while to find a game. We'll see if it's faster here, because if it's faster here, then that's not too big of a deal. We'll just do this one. Ah, got a game. I am first. So let's play my normal opening, if he wants to play. Okay. Gotta say hi, I guess. There we go. This is the normal open I've been playing with as black. I like doing this enclosure here, or approaching if they play a 3-4. Let's approach. I think I prefer approaching. When they do 2 4-4s, I like to do the enclosure. Oh, they want to try to get me to play this sort of press down move here. That's what this pincer is for. I could also play here. Instead of worrying about this, I think, because I don't want to get into a giant fight at 8Q, I think I'm just going to take my corner here and let him figure out what he wants to do on this side. I think the best move is actually the kick here instead of covering over the top. Ooh, that one. That's interesting. Well, now I do want to come out here. I don't want to jump because he'll push. I kind of want to play this move, which allows me to either attach here or slide into the corner. He should kick, and then I can jump or come out. Or I could leave it still and play over here. Nah, I think I'll play this one. Sort of an old school move. I think the appropriate move here is probably his kick, but he's not going to. He's going to play that move, which doesn't make too much sense. So I'm going to take some of the corner here to try to get at least a little bit of an eye before jumping out. Okay. So this group should actually be fairly safe already because I have this push here and I can jump out towards the center still. He's trying to develop a little bit on the top, so if he jumps here and I jump, he starts developing on the left side as well. So I could jump first, or I could play this side. I think I'm not going to worry about the top side or this group too much because it just needs to run out towards the center. And in exchange for him getting the top side, I'm going to go ask for the bottom side. We'll see what he wants to do here. See how he tries to fight back. Ah, he's doing this one. I'll just Hane, play the simple Joseki. And I can either attach or play this one. I think I've been liking this one a little bit more. Oh, he's playing the proper Joseki. Very good. So I think now would be a good time to try to defend this group. Because now if he starts to attack this group severely, not severely, just if he jumps up here to attack this group, he starts to really build. Whereas if I defend first, it seems possible for me to prevent him from attacking me like that. So I could make like an exchange here and then do like a knight's move so that I'm preventing him from building. Or I could just jump up. Let's just jump. I think simple is always the better way. I think he can probably peep here, which would be good. Ah, nice. I think this is an okay move to play. He wants to just defend his territory on the left side there. I think that's fine. But now it feels like he can't really build as much here. So I think I have two big options here, which is this push to build my bottom side and to really limit any potentials here, which, as I said, he can't build too much here anymore. Or I can play on this side here. Which one would be more annoying? Could I go all the way? This one would be the most annoying. Sure, let's go all the way here. Go right under his territory. I think normally it's probably a little bit more secure to just do a knight's move or a large knight. Wow, he is attacking me right away. Okay, let's just back off to keep the corner strong and see what he decides to do. Oh, he's going to kick me. I think this is a little bit of a mistake. The kick is making me stronger and his stone weaker, but he wants to try to force me to pull down here, and then he's going to come out towards the center, is my guess. I could also play here to protect my group, and then he can come underneath, and I go over the top. That could be an option. If I block and he jumps out, then I can still attach here, and it'd be a little bit, it would be just as severe, though. Sure, let's block. It doesn't seem like my group of stones can become too weak here, especially if I'm able to get this move in. And instead of leaving this position here, I think I do want to defend it. But I guess there's two ways I could decide to do that. I think I like the idea of this peep here. And then if he hanes on the outside, it's a little bit awkward. So I'd have to jump here. Then if he hanes, I can cut it off. Let's do the peep and then just protect my cutting point. I could do it this way or this way. I think going towards the center is a little bit stronger. If he hanes here now, I just hane over the top, and he can't push all the way through without getting captured. And in this case, I don't need to do this one. It's tempting to just peep everything, but it looks like we can just take the territory here on the right side. I don't know which way I want to do it. If I go here, then he can do this shoulder hit and get some strength. So it's better to do a move like this one to keep him weaker, but I also want to get a little bit ahead. So I think I like just the knight's move instead of the large knight's move. We want to prevent him from getting too many eyes here. The hane first is bad because I can connect directly, and now the turn is not sente. So this is something good to remember. This is a weird move. Not quite sure I understand this one. Yeah, this is something to remember, though. Normally, it's good to play T18 to get the best end game, but when you're in a fight, you always want to do this connection, especially if they play the hane first. Looks like I can just take more territory here. I guess he wants to come over the top on this side. That'd be my guess. This is definitely just a mistake. Guess we'll block the corner off. We just want to force this to run out towards the center because now he's going to have two weak groups to deal with. So this was just a mistake on his end. This isn't enough space to live locally. There's still not enough space to live locally. So we just want to surround. Now he can live. Yep, one move there. And I can play this one in Sente. And this move here is not important. I don't need to care about this stone at all, because now I can just attack this group on the top with this very thick wall that I made. So there's just barely enough room for him to squeeze out life because I just surrounded him instead of trying to force him to run. Oh, good. I get to push through here, which is really nice. And it looks like I can peep on the top. Oh. Okay. Looks like I get to poke a little bit further in. Seems like his reading is a little bit not great, but because now he doesn't have any eyes here. And so all I have to do is prevent this stone from getting captured and turning into an eye. I could do it this way. So let's do this one. Disconnect. Now he has to run out somehow. Is that move Sente? Sure. I don't think it matters, though. I'm not exactly sure why he played that one. I can just block. If he cuts me, I just extend. My groups are very strong now, so there's not much there for him. If he jumps out, it depends on where he jumps. But most of the time, I can just surround on the outside. Now, this is why it's not a good idea to play this sort of invasion, and especially not a good idea just to live really small like this. So, how do I want to surround? Just like this? Yeah, because that's not a peep or anything. So, I can also jump here. But I think the knight's move here to make sure there's nowhere else for him to go should be fine. Oh, okay, he resigned. That was a much shorter game than the last one, so I'm happy about that. So thank you for the game. We might as well take a look at this game really quick, because I think they were surprisingly good at some things, but then they just sort of fell apart later on. So for the opening here, I think this was the right move to play here. I don't think it's good to do this attachment here, because at any point I can just do this, and my group is just alive in the corner. So when they play a move like this, you can just play a checking extension here, like an enclosure as well. And if they don't play anything in that corner, then when you take the corner, they don't really have any good use for this wall that they're building because you already have something that's stopping it. So I think it's a good idea to do what they did here and play this move. This was really good. I decided just to come out here. And this was, I understand the idea behind the move, but it was slightly wrong. I would have preferred something like this. But maybe they didn't want me to get this sort of thing. But this should be good for white overall. So, but this just prevents me from going into the corner, which gives me at least one eye. And if they don't respond, I can get two. Whereas on this other side that he's trying to block me, I could only really make one eye on that side. So this was not too important yet. So I liked that he tried to attack this group, though. But when I approach here, he definitely needed to probably play a different move rather than this attachment. Maybe didn't know Joseki stuff, or didn't know how to apply Joseki stuff. You know, not just play it. But if he just backs off here, and I play another move, then he can try to go in and attack this group right away. And leave this sort of thing for later. And if I do the attachment, of course, he can build some influence here that's fairly nice in Sente. So then when he jumps here, he's going to be building a nice left side. But I probably have to respond. So This is the right type of idea. That's why this backing off move is probably good. You want to play this move either to make your opponent over concentrated, which would be like this sort of cutting move here, or when you already have something on this top side. So if you'd already built this wall here, then this attachment's much better. But he did know the correct Joseki move here. So that's something that I think we haven't really seen too much of on all the other servers, is that a lot of them don't really know Joseki. And he did defend nicely. So I think this is actually an okay position for white. I think it's still much better for black, but I think they haven't really made any bad moves or any real mistakes yet. I would say this is when we get into the first real sort of mistake here. I think if he wants to play this way, he has to play like the Hane instead. But the Hane, of course, allows me to damage his stone quite a lot. So I understand why he didn't want to play it. But going down, I'm still just as strong. And it's not because, like if this was a white formation, this would just be a stick of stones. I wouldn't have wanted to play down. But since my stones are over here, it's 2 strong stones, a white stone, and another group of strong stones. And so it just makes white the weak one, and I don't really have to worry about anything. After that, I'm just chasing his group. He played some slightly wrong order of moves, and this move didn't quite make sense. But his big mistake, of course, was this invasion. So here, I want to force him to either run out towards the center, or like what happened in the game, him to give me a lot of strength here and just live very small. I kept saying in the game that this isn't enough room for him to live locally. And that's because if I really wanted to, I could just play inside right away. And he's not alive. There's a couple different moves I can play inside here. I don't even have to play inside. I could also just Hane, threatening to capture these 2 stones, and this group is just not alive anymore. So you'd have to run out towards the center, then I can run, and then I'm probably going to capture one side or the other. And I think if this was a game where I was potentially even on points, I might want to play this way, because this gives me the highest chance to get all the points on the bottom and potentially kill this top group or this side group, because he made a big mistake. Whereas in the game, me playing on the outside is just sort of more the proper way. And I can let him live here. You don't need to make this exchange, but I did anyway. But I can let him live here and try to attack this side. But I'm just letting him live on both sides. And then after he lives, let's just say he's alive now, let's say, I can push up here and build quite a lot on the bottom. I just can't let him live in Sente. So I should be strong enough that that's not possible, but who knows sometimes. But I think that's all I really want to look at this game. I think he actually played really well. I think most of the games were still very similar, because I think you players tend to make similar mistakes. So I think the differences are probably only going to be when we start getting up to the Dawn ranks and these. Please let me know which server you'd want to see. I think it might end up being like OGS and KGS, because I think those will be surprisingly the easier servers to get games on. Probably the shortest games rather than these games, which can potentially be an hour long pretty easily. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys are having fun.